So for a lot of what we had done down the coast and the things that we had learned, like I'm kind of using Natalie as my earpiece to kind of figure out, well, why are the things the way they are? But everything just started to fall into place yesterday when we started talking about the specific legislation, the specific issues, hearing from so many different people about the challenges that are out there, and actually things that we can advocate for to make change. And today, a lot of the conversation surrounded the fact that the things that we want changed are these foundational building blocks within prosthetics and within orthotics. And this morning, we had a really fantastic conversation with Representative Susan Delbaney, and so being from Washington, living in Bothell, like we connected with her on education. We connected with her about prosthetics. I took my leg off. I handed it to her. She's kind of looking at it, and like
never had one of these meetings before, right?
Yeah. And she's like, well, why isn't it waterproof? Like, she was really curious. She was asking questions. And then her aide let us know that his sister actually works or is a student in orthotics and prosthetics. And so then it started to come out in the conversation, these connections that people have. And we only had maybe like 10, 15 minutes with her, and she had to run out to do a vote. But it was powerful just within that amount of time, and the information we were able to get across to her because we were so well prepared from the day before. But she, you could tell that she connected with the issue, and I felt very empowered to tell my story, but then also to be surrounded by people who could back me up and give me, their perspective, and the Improvements Act, Veterans Choice, and also, the thing that I really connected with was the Wounded Warriors Enhancement Act too, like fueling education for people like Natalie. But we also had a really great meeting after that person. So the next person was a legislative aide named Nico Jansen for Senator Cantwell. And, he was, again, I took my leg off in every single meeting, and I handed it to a person to hold, because I really wanted them to, like, see it and feel it. And I got emotional in that meeting, and, I could tell that he was really connected with me in the issue, too. And, we talked to him about, in April, David Boone set aside a week, and we invited them, or Senator Cantwell, to come, and let's have an open house, and like we'll come and talk and speak with her. And he sounded really interested in that, and we talked about the different issues, and then he was able to kind of synthesize the various things that we had said, and say, like, what I'm hearing from you are these issues that are happening in other areas. And so it really resonated with him on a broader scale about the challenges within prosthetics and amputees that are also being faced by other people in healthcare, which was that was a great meeting.
You can't imagine the platform that sets. I've met with Nico before, but I know the meeting will be different the next time because he's had the experience of walking through this with you. So that's a side of this that we miss, I think.
Yeah, and just talking to him about the fact that the offices is right across the way from Cardin, and to build that trying collaboration together is really important, and kind of setting the stage for potential to move these things forward. For me, I've been an amputee for 16 years, and nothing resonates more with me than the fact that I had my amputation on Martin Luther King Day. And a speech that he gave was the fierce urgency of now, and us getting more involved, and us, for me as an amputee, I don't want to wait any longer to have access to these things. And I think we can all band together and use a collective voice. And, my voice is very small in the amputee world. There's only 2 million of us, and that's a very small percentage compared to the number of people that are out there. And so we need more people to advocate and help lift my voice up. And so I want to invite people to come with me to DC as part of ForSump, as part of AOPA, to advocate for prosthetics and orthotics, and push some policy forward that's going to open access to technology and to care, and to really empower people in their lives.